Hello and welcome back to Mount Gable. My name is Woody. Like and subscribe if you are into this channel. Yesterday we were working on this harbor area. I did not get a chance to finish it up, so that's my project today. I want to make this look nice. Of course, we've got the double key here, which we installed yesterday. You can see from the previous episode yesterday, and we've got the key at the water line. I think this looks very pretty. It's got potential. We've got a walking path in there as well too. One thing that I wanted to note, I forgot to turn on my microphone yesterday. I've been in broadcasting for over 20 years as a radio disc jockey. If I were to have forgotten to turn off my microphone at any point in time or turn on my microphone at any point in time, I would have been fired because nobody would have been able to hear me and they would have been paying me for nothing. So there you go. Anyway, I wanted to finish this up. On a quick note, just so you know that if you're going to connect anything to between a roadway and a path, for instance, the goal here was to go to the leisure menu and add in some piers and the restaurant piers and the marinas. Their dependency will be met, even though it's not directly connected to a road. For some reason that works. I don't know why. I'm not a game developer. Before I added these in, I might just add these in anyway, even with the dirt. Normally I clean the dirt, the land, the earth that's kind of peeking above the water line here, but I'm not super concerned about that because I think this is close enough to the water line and I don't really want to mess with it a whole lot. So I'm just going to add in a few things here. I think I'm going to start with this pier out here. And we're just going to see what looks pretty today, what looks interesting. We'll add in a couple of these marinas. There we go. We'll add in maybe another pier out here. Which pier did we not use? Did we use this one already? Is that the restaurant pier? It sure is. We'll throw that one over here, so that the people can... Wouldn't that be nice? Head out on a pier like that. Get a beautiful view, some of the best views in the city. Then, let's see, there were a couple extras that were added, I think with Green Cities, if I'm not mistaken, or maybe Park Life. I don't remember which expansion it came from. Gotta locate those guys. Yeah, here we go. The Fishing Island, which I'm not a huge fan of, but it still looks pretty. There you go. People can go out there and do some fishing. Fish for their salmon. And let's do the Marina Island as well, too. Throw in a couple of those. There. That looks nice. We do need a power supply here. I'm trying to figure out where I want to hook these up. And I'm not quite sure yet, but we don't need them to have power right away. The other thing that I'm going to accomplish today is I want to build a breakwater. This is something that I actually developed myself, and to this day I'm still the only person I know who uses it, where you just run a road or a line out in the middle here, and then you earth it up and cover it with rocks. But I do want to be careful because I don't want to interfere with that shipping lane right there, with the fishing lane, I should say. So, this is looking pretty good. This is kind of the way I wanted it to look. This is what I had a vision for. Originally, I was going to put an inlet in here, but I decided against that. I thought it would complicate things just a little too much. So, let's just start building our roadways. We're going to make these look nice. I don't think I'm going to do trees. I'm going to go to my snapping options here and just start building away. Now, how do I want to do this? This is where it gets a little bit tricky. Well, we definitely want to do a straight line. This is going to be for some hotels and some skyrise apartments, things of that nature. Oops, don't want that. Not ready for those kind of angles just yet. Let's maybe do a dividing line right in there. That looks like it's about equal. And you know what? I'm going to go to the unique buildings over here and see if there's anything out of here that I want to use. Maybe a hotel or something of that nature. I've used a lot of these. This would be cool, but it just looks out of place and it's way too big. I did like the Art Deco expansion, the content creator. I think it was like for a few bucks, and I always thought that looked really nice. Hey, resort hotel. Look at that. I mean, how perfect is that? You got to have a resort hotel in an area like this where all the rich people can flock to. Yeah, that looks like a decent place to put it. That's real nice right there. I really like that. A service station and restaurant. Ramen restaurant. How about a noodle restaurant as well, too? Noodle restaurant along the beach. Romantic. Take the wifey, the girlfriend, the boyfriend, the husband, whoever. Look at that beautiful sunset. I don't know why I'm talking in Russian all of a sudden. The other thing that I want to do is I want to district this area. So, let's see. I'm going to take it down to my smallest tool. Yeah, medium's just going to be too big. We're going to do maybe a hotel, casino back there. Hotel, casino back there. We'll do those on our corners. Maybe run it down right here. And let's see if we can sneak one through here. Is it going to let me do it? Come on. Come on. And we'll do leisure. I should say, how are we going to district this? Tourism. All right, so tourism here, this is where we get our hotels and our casinos. And we'll do tourism here. And then we'll do, is this leisure? I always get them mixed up. Leisure, yeah, let's do some leisure. That's my middle name, leisure. All about maxing and relaxing. Okay. So once we get this area hooked up to some electricity, then we will be able to start building here. I'm going to put in some utilities as well here, some services. We'll go with, let's see, what is the prettiest looking police station? Probably this one. We want this to be a modern look overall. And I think I will probably put this here. And then I'm going to bridge the electricity gap by going to this little trick that I invented here. I'm sure somebody came up with it before me, but I was the first to probably go public with it, or at least promote it. These little earthquake sensors right here are great, and I've mentioned this many times before in my other videos, but just in case this is your first time watching one of my videos. Now let's check and see if it's all connected. Hey, look at that. That's just perfect right there. And all of the electricity icons are disappearing. That's what we were looking for. And then I just cover those up with some trees. And that's how easy that is. Okay, let's start building. Let's go with, we'll do some residential. And let's do a nice residential area there. Let's do a 4x4. Shamalama ding dong. All that good stuff. Let's do a 3x4 there. And we'll do another 4x4 there. I'm looking for modern buildings in this area. You know what? I got to do something with this strange ending. And so what I think I'm going to do is just keep it real simple here. We'll allow cars to turn around. We'll just do something like that. How's that? And you know what? Maybe I'll do some green apartments over here. Can I get away with that? No, I cannot. Okay. Never mind that. We'll wait on that for now. So let's add in some more high-density res. We need more people in the city anyway to clog up all of those highways so that my traffic percentage can drop down to about 30. Okay, so let's do some high density commercial over here. Fill all of this in. I would love to do offices. I have absolutely no office demand. I haven't had any during this game. Again, I haven't quite figured that one out. Not sure why that is, but I think it has something to do with industries. And so, like I mentioned before, on my next build, I'm not going to use industries until the end. And we'll just see where it goes from there. All right, let's double check my district bubble here. Yeah, we want to put another piece of property right over here. Is there anything else from the unique menu? Anytime I build a new area, I like to go through the unique menu and see if there's anything that I can use from it. Like this totally works. Isn't this some sort of hotel, if I'm not mistaken? Hey, cooperate. Sea and skyscraper, perfect place for it. You can even land helicopters on it. And it goes with that modern feel that we're trying to accomplish here. Let's check it one more time, see if there's anything else that we missed that might be cool for this area. Could add the Science Center or the Expo Center as well, too. One of those actually might look pretty cool along here. Do I have room for this? I do. I could put it over here, maybe. Nope. Let's see if there's anything else. That might work. That could work, but that's way too big. We'll just go down the line here. We have time, don't we? You have time to hang out. Oh, never put the Grand Mall. That could possibly work as a solution. The Posh Mall. Oh, yeah, Posh Mall would work really well here. Part of me wants to just throw that right in there. We could just move all of this, couldn't we? Yeah, let's throw the Posh Mall in there. I think that's going to look nice. And which direction do we want it? Alright, we'll just move that, build around it. That way not all the buildings look the same. Okay. So which direction makes the most sense? Probably this direction. It leaves me a little more room to build, and it fills that area up nicely. That looks pretty tight. I'd shop there. I'd go to H&M. They don't allow me to shop at H&M. I'm too old and not cool enough. Let's put another big apartment over here, kind of like we did before. We'll build another police station in a bit. Hang on tight, police officers. We're coming for you. We'll get you here in a minute. Let's fill in that whole area. Maybe some more residential in this area. I'll leave myself a little room to build around. And we'll do something like that. Put in a few more shops, some commercial areas down here. Again, if I had industrial demand, I would definitely put some offices over here and would probably even do an IT cluster, which I think would look fantastic, but because I haven't had any demand, which irks me a little bit, oh well. We'll just move on. And let's get to that police station. Where'd you go, police? Well, we probably should put some medical services in here, maybe. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. We don't really need any education down here. These people are already rich. They're educated enough. They went to Ivy League schools. And you know what? Let's throw this one here in the corner. Does that fit? Kind of. You know what I might do here, just for a little bit of character, is throw in a path right here. Break things up a little bit. Maybe we can get some people walking back and forth. Let's do a nice red path. I think that'll look nice. Okay. I know I just chopped that zone in half, but that's okay. All right. Let's get the rest of this built. And let's go low density right there. We'll fill that in. That's looking pretty cool. As I love to say in these videos, I'm not mad at that. I think I'm going to do another pathway through here. Just to make things look pretty. Sorry, building. I know you just got there, but we're going to say goodbye to you. And then we'll decorate that little area up right there. And let's put in just a... You know what? I think we'll do a high-density residential area here. It'll look kind of cool and modern when we get that done. And let's do this. Put in a few more shops. Let's go big here. And then we'll go a little less space there. Fill that in. Maybe just a little tiny jobber here. And is that going to do it? Did I get everything? Goals fulfilled? I think so. So we're just going to let that grow up. Mature. Go through puberty. Do its thing. And then when it's a little more established, I'm going to come back and decorate it. Put fences around everything, lots of trees, that kind of stuff. What we do have to do is... Hopefully I did not paint myself into a corner here, but I really want to... I got to do something with this path. So... Let's see what it will and won't let me do here. I think we're going to take off our snapping options. We're going to freeform this. If it'll let me. Oh, don't be that way. Don't be that way. Boy, that would look weird, wouldn't it? Well, you know, and that happens from time to time where you paint yourself into a corner. My only option would be to wipe these two out, but I really want those there. I wonder if this would... How would this look if we just did... We'll just turn this into like a little walking path. People can circle around there. I mean, that's not great, but it's okay. It's a solution. Also need to find something to do with this over here, too. I'm not exactly sure. I could freeform this, but I want it to look somewhat natural, like it was meant to break off over here, and then maybe see how close we can come to filling this in. Maybe put a few more businesses over here. How does that look? Is that even worth doing? I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm going to come back to that later, because that just doesn't make sense to me, doing it like that. I don't know where else we... You know what? This might actually... Since we have some extra space over here, why don't we do some houses over here? And then what I will do is connect that walking path to the houses, and then we'll just turn this into a kind of a green area. Hey, this really looks nice. I think this is really pretty. I really like the way that's turning out. It's coming together. Okay. Rarely do things ever come together that cleanly, especially in this game. Let's go with 2-lane road with bicycle lanes. I think these are really pretty. This is probably my favorite road to use. And I think we're going to make these big houses, since we're close to the shoreline here. And I think we're going to let them grow up into be modern houses. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do here. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to convert this road. I'm going to upgrade it. Give that a little character. We'll leave that alone for now. So, let's build some really pretty houses over here. And we'll separate them. And then we'll put lots of fences around them. This is where the wealthy people are going to live. Yes, you can come over to my house tonight for some caviar and some shrimp that was just plucked out of the ocean, because there's a marina just right down the street over there. Fishing vessels everywhere. Fresh catch of the day. I don't think I want to put houses over there. But you know what might look really cool over here are some... Let's make these condos with an ocean view. You know, for the single people who have a little bit of money, but not too much money. All right. I'm going to do a big variety of zones here, so we can get our big, beautiful houses. I should have separated these out a little bit more, but that's okay. I think when those fill in, that's going to look nice. And then what I can do is naturally bring my path and just kind of intertwine it, weave it in and out here. And I think we'll tie it into this road. In fact, let's just do that right now. So, pathway. And I think we're going to go with the university pathway. These are always nice. Go with some trees. Let's freeform this. Take off our snapping options. Yeah. This is a good idea. Good idea, me. Hopefully. I don't think I want to bring it there, though. The key to walking paths, from what I found, I think I'm right on this, is that you can't make them too long or people don't use them. People won't walk on them, so you have to give them little outlets every so often. And we're just gonna, like I said, weave this in and out. That's one thing that I like to do when you just have an empty street and it just ends. I either like to turn it into a cul-de-sac, you know, just a tiny little cul-de-sac, or I like to hook a path onto it. That way the street just doesn't end abruptly. I think it looks a little bit better, but that's my own personal opinion. Whatever you like to do is fine. Let's change paths here. Bring that down there. There you go. Not everybody gets those beautiful trees. Okay, I think that works. And we'll continue building our houses over here. We need residential anyway. We got a high demand, so we'll continue to fill that in and just make this area work. And again, we'll decorate it up real nice for all of the people that make way more money than I ever will. But maybe someday with this YouTube channel, I could be the next Kylie Jenner. I'm going to come out with my own line of City Skylines mascara and cosmetic products. Not problems. Well, problems too, probably. I'm just going to leave that there. Let's do a few more big ones over here since they're close to the ocean. And I'm just going to let those level up fully so they become modern. I'm not going to make them historical. That's about as far as I want to go there. And part of me wants to do more condos along here. Let's, what can we do here? Let's do 2x2 tiles. We'll let those level up a little bit. Hey, didn't want that. I was on yesterday, forgot to turn on my mic as I mentioned earlier, and then one of the subscribers, and I think it's Sports Monkey, and forgive me for Sports Monkey if I don't get your name right. I think that was it. Challenged me, and he or they said, said, hey, you didn't finish the harbor. You said you were going to, complete the harbor, and then you didn't complete it. And I'm like, hey, I can't argue with that. I think I do want to upgrade these roads to look a little bit prettier. I mean, this is a nice area. This is a classy area. We got the Posh Mall down here with the H&M and the Victoria's Secret. And the Orange Julius. That's really coming together. I like that. That is beautiful. That's one of the nicer areas I think I've ever come up with. And look at that. I'm doing it with you. All right, let's just finish out this area here. I mean, who wouldn't want a $500,000 house from this giant factory over here? These would probably be worth a little bit more than a $500,000. In San Diego, they'd be worth about $10 million. What do we want to do there? Yeah, we'll go with that. That. Big one right there. And part of me wants to do a few more. Yeah, we'll just turn these into big houses as well, too. Why not? There we go. Okay. That's coming together. I would visit there. Anybody using our pathways yet? No, of course not. And I don't know why there wouldn't be. There's plenty of activity along the pier here. But that's okay. Hopefully they will. All right. So, as everything's starting to develop here. Hey, there's Bruce. You probably heard him. Letting me know that somebody's at the front door. I want to make some of this stuff historical while I've got it here. Those are pretty. I'm going to keep those apartments. That's kind of a cool little area, the way that turned out. I like this Club Shatton. Really? Club Shatton? With the palm trees. Do we have another similar club over here? Yeah. Oh, I like this. We'll keep that. Maybe this will turn into a hotel or a casino. I'd be all right with that. We do have a hotel there. The one issue that I have with the tourism menu is that I really like these hotels. They're very pretty, but you always get way too many of them. And I wish there was a bigger variety of buildings. And that's why I'm glad that I don't remember the name of the expansion, but it's the one that gives you all of the buildings and the hotels from the east, wherever they may be, like Korean or Chinese or Japanese, and they're so pretty because they break everything up. You can add those in, and so that's a worthy investment for a few bucks. All right, let's put some fences along everything here. Part of me wants to build a pathway around here. See if I can get away with something like that. I think it would make it look a little bit nicer. Yeah, let's try it. Why not? Let's go for it. Never be afraid to try something new. Let's go with a completely different color here. What kind of pathway do we want to do around here? That's the noise that I make when I'm thinking. Sounds like a little squirrel. All right, let's go with our snapping options here. Okay, we're going to start with that. And then this is where I want my other pathway to kind of line up with those buildings. And let's figure out a way to connect these two so that it looks nice. You know what I'm going to do here for this hotel? Oh, this could change everything. They have the swimming pool here that's part of... Isn't that was an add-on? Is it under the healthcare option? Yeah. Would that destroy this? Yes. Yes, it would. Darn it. Okay. Swimming pool would look nice to that hotel, but that's okay. Not today. We can always do that in another life. Now, what to do with this path? I think we're going to continue a border around this area. Yeah, we'll just come out from here. We'll go right around here. Kind of angle that. That way, when you're visiting the area, it's kind of like Vegas. You have a pathway all the way around. Nobody will probably ever use that, but I think it'll look pretty nice. Nice natural border instead of using fences. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Connecting everything. I bet some people will use it. The locals will, because they'll know. None of the tourists will know about that path. They'll be like, man, this place is crowded. I wish there was a way to get away from it all. The locals will be like, well, don't ever tell them about that path. That takes you away from all the crowds. Let's take off all of our snapping options. I do want to put some fences around here. Some nice looking fences. I can never have enough fences. I love fences. It was one of the best additions to the game when they added them in Park Life and whatever they added even more fences to whatever expansion came after that. All right. You got to fence off your high-end areas here. You don't want the riffraff coming in, the riffraff tourists. And we're just going to paint everything in with, let's do a big old tree over here. Kind of cuts off that connection. And let's see if we can do some grasses right here. This might actually look pretty good if it'll let me do it. Probably not. No, but it will let me put a tree in there, so let's go with something a little bit nicer here. Huh. Yeah. Take that, game. Got you figured out. Let's do something with this. I don't even know what to call this. It's not a cul-de-sac, but it's just basically a road going around. We'll fill this in with some Park Life tiles. And here we go. Let's see if we can get this to line up. What am I thinking? 1, 2, 3, 4. Probably about 4 rows in there. So let's start this away from everything a little bit. Oh, come on. So close. Try that again. We'll go a little bit further down. 1, 2, 3. No? Really? Are you going to be that complicated? Okay, we'll start a little bit further down. 1, 2, 3. Oh, come on. This is ridiculous. All right, let's try a different way. Oh, man, this is being uncooperative. It's getting me back for those trees that I put in. Okay, so let's do 3 here. See if we can get away with 3. 1, 2, 3. Boy, that's going to look weird. What about like that? No. Okay, so... Let's get creative here. How about we do something in the middle? We'll just do 4 squares like that. And let's go with a rustic looking fence around the edge here. These are the kind of details that I like to put into my game, because when you come back and you look at it, especially after you work on a project for a couple months, you're like, oh man, I completely forgot that I built that. Wasn't that cool? Not completely centered, but it doesn't really need to be. I think we're going to cover it up here. Let's add in some flower boxes. Let's see what it's going to allow me to get away with here. Maybe we'll do one here, and one here, and one here. Oh, those are pretty in red, aren't they? Okay, and let's put a tree in the middle of it. Now that's going to cover everything up. Maybe we'll use these on the outside. Bruce is going crazy. I have no idea what's going on with him today. My little adopted terrier. And let's do something like that right in the middle there. All right. I mean, that's okay. I have to add some color to the area, which it needs. That's the one thing that I've always felt this game needed more of, is a lot more color. I would love to be able to paint flowers and there's a lot of browns and neutral colors, if you will. And yeah, let's go with a few grasses around here. Break things up. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom. And we will finish this up with our trees. The small beech tree. This tree I use more than any other tree. It covers up blemishes nicely. It's a good-looking tree, sturdy, can survive a hurricane, anything that comes in off the shore. I use these a lot, more than any other tree. You know what? I'm going to put a bush right there. Cover that little area up. Hey, we put a police station in here. There shouldn't be any criminal activity in this high wealth area. It looks like they got him. They're going to throw him in jail. Okay, let's finish this off. More trees. Can never have too many trees. We'll throw in some oak trees. Or a tree with two leaves. I call them oak trees. The tree with two leaves. That sounds like a really boring Netflix original movie. Starring some washed up movie stars. The tree with two leaves. Is that actually what they call it? The tree with two leaves? No. Tree with leaves number 2. Of course, that did not sound right. Obviously, it has more than 2 leaves on it. Tree with leaves number 2. It's like a number 2 pencil back in school. Whatever happened to the number 3 and the number 1 pencil? How did those get left out? All right, let's do a few bamboos in here. This is also one of my favorite trees. I'm so glad when they added the bamboo trees to the game. They cover things really well, and they add an extra element of color. I use them to cover up all my earthquake sensors because they do such a great job. That one wasn't great, but normally they do. Let's cover up this little earthquake sensor up here. Hey, that's looking nice. That's looking real nice. I like that. I think what I'm going to do, let's save the game real quick. Let's add some tiny rocks down to this area right here, if it'll allow me to. I've got the jazz station on today. I'm into jazz. You can probably hear it faintly in the background. Now, will it allow me to use one of these rock areas to... No. Oh, well, kind of. Might be... It's probably not worth the trouble. It's not a big enough area. That's okay. How about some moss? Some growth over here. Oh, yeah. Allow me to do that. Anywhere else? Anyone? Anyone? Anywhere? Anywhere? Okay, we'll just finish that up with some rocks. big one right there. I hope you don't get too bored watching me decorate. I find it to be very therapeutic, the decorating and whatnot. All right. I think that's a good place to stop today. So, mission accomplished. We got that done. We're just going to let that grow up naturally and make some of those buildings historical. Some of these are starting to come in, and I like that. I think I'm going to let these go all the way to modern here. And then we'll decorate up the houses eventually and put some trees in this area, get this all finished up, and that'll wrap up this entire area. And yeah, I really like the way this turned out. I really do. That's nice. I'm going to send that picture of that home to my mom. She's going to put it on the fridge. Okay, good stopping point. Again, like and subscribe if you enjoyed your time with me today. I appreciate you hanging out with me. I always appreciate comments. Don't have an issue with those whatsoever. And always looking for feedback. So you have yourself a good day, and we'll see you soon.